I didn't write anything. Oh no, here it is. Here, it's right over here. You all got cushions in your chairs? Okay. Let's see. Where do we start? Unfortunately, Dr. Myers couldn't be here today, and he asked me to say a few words about what we're planning to do here with the music. Now, we'll be here the first week of June every year. We'll be right here, right in this room. And out on the wall, thank you very much. We're happy to be here. We're happy that you came down. We have some plans for what we want to do with, the memories of some of the great jazz musicians who have lived in Las Vegas. And so we're going to have a wall out there. We're going to have Montgomery's picture. And next year we're hoping to honor Skip Martin, and we'll have his picture up there. And we'll bring him down. And every year we're going to try to bring out some other people, some dead, some living. But it's important to honor these people because it is such a small culture out here. We'd like to talk a little bit about Montgomery. First of all, I do want to say how happy I am to be here. This is a holiday for not just black people or white people. This is a holiday for everyone. You know, this celebrates when our country finally stood up and said that the rights that you're given by the Congress and by the Constitution of the United States are for everyone. And sometimes people forget what federalism really is. It means that everywhere you go in this country, you get the same rights. At least it's supposed to. And so this is a very important holiday, more important than the 4th of July because this is for everyone. I want to talk a little bit about Montgomery. His playing, actually, the music. If you're not really familiar with it, the Montgomery brothers were very, very important in the jazz sound of the Midwest. People like Melvin Rhyne, Manty Ellis, so many of the great Midwestern musicians got their sound from this style of playing. And Monk, of course, was a bass player, and he started by playing jazz like everybody was playing jazz back then. We kind of have to explain what jazz is just a little bit. You know, there's all kinds of jazz. There's Dixieland jazz, there's traditional jazz, there's avant-garde jazz. But the most important thing, the thing that makes jazz pure music, the same kind of pure music that Bach and Beethoven and all that, those are, is the conversation. Without the conversation, it's just a bunch of guys standing up like you're improvising. And what Montgomery was able to do was take a brand new instrument that had only been used pretty much in rock music. The bass parts they were playing on the bass back then were really, really boring. Why don't you just give us an idea of what they were doing back then? You know, the rock bands and the Beach Boys and all those bands using electric bass. Give them an idea of the way they used to play bass back then. It's 145. Elvis? Doesn't that sound like Elvis should be playing with them? Okay. But then Monk came along and he took this instrument and he applied pure music to it, a conversation. And from that conversation, all kinds of bass players came up, Jaco Pastores, all kinds of wonderful bass players that no longer were just keeping time in the back, but were playing like this. No! Come on! Give us something with some soul. Come on, you got something for us. Yeah. But they took the bass in a different direction, and he put lyrical lines on the bass, and he was the first one to do this. Now, him and his brothers started some music with on a label called CTI, and a lot of people don't know about this. What they did was they took jazz that had just been put in a combo form, kind of like we're doing now, and they applied all of the things that popular music had going for it. They went to studios, they recorded it sound on sound, they added strings, they added all kinds of instruments, harps, and they came up with this new approach to playing jazz. And this was something that the Montgomery brothers were very involved with, and it led to funk, it led to smooth jazz, it led to a lot of exploration and fusion. As a matter of fact, there's a recording of Monk playing what is probably the first acid bass solo. It's got all kinds of feedback and everything because jazz has always been experimental. It's not about playing lounge music and doing Girl from Ipanema, hopefully not loud enough so that you don't disturb anybody talking. It's about conversation. And Monk was very important this way, and it's an honor to us to be here today and to remember him.